Hey, what's going on? My name is Troy. I'm currently studying web design and development, and this is my FOP podcast. Today I'm going to talk about water displacement. The person credited for the discovery is a Greek mathematician named Archimedes. Archimedes was known for a lot of stuff, such as the Archimedes screw, which is used to raise up water, and a death ray powered by the sun. Seriously, look it up. Death ray. But what Archimedes was most known for was probably the Golden Crown story. If you're watching this, there's a 99.999% chance you already know this story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Killing time. Basically, a king named King Hero II commissioned a crown to be made out of pure gold by the local goldsmith. The guy did it, but the king wanted to be sure that the goldsmith had used all the gold he was given to make the crown. So, he asked Archimedes to determine whether or not the crown was pure gold. Simple enough for a guy like him. Problem was the crown was shaped like a crown. Archimedes was like, well, I'd be happy to do that for you, your majesty, but I'm going to have to melt down your crown so I can test it. And the king was like, F that. So Archimedes goes home and he's thinking it over and he goes to take a bath. So he fills up the bathtub, he steps inside and he finds that the water level rises and spills over the edge of the bathtub. It was then that Archimedes discovered that his body was displacing an amount of water equal to the volume of his body. Water really can't be compressed, it can only be pushed aside, which means that the water that's pushed out of the way has to be equal to the volume of whatever's pushing it. He figured out that he could calculate the density of the crown by using the water the crown displaced when it was submerged. So he was so overjoyed by this discovery that he jumped out of the bathtub naked and went running down the street screaming Eureka, which apparently is Greek for, hey, check out my huge schlong, or something. So he goes and tests the crown, and hey, it turns out the crown is less dense than pure gold, which means that the goldsmith kept a little of that gold for himself. Archimedes must have felt pretty proud that he made the discovery. Still, you kind of have to feel bad for the goldsmith. I mean, he probably just wanted a little of that gold so he'd have some extra money to feed his family that month. Just saying, but kings weren't the most forgiving people on the planet at that time, so that guy probably died. Which means he got killed by math. But there are some that doubt that the story is even true. I mean, it doesn't show up anywhere in the record of Archimedes' works. Regardless if the story is true or not, the physics concept is. When an object is submerged in water, it displaces an amount of water equal to the volume of that object. And now I'm going to prove it.
Alright, what you're about to see here is physics at work. I got a bottle here, and I got a pan and a cup glass filled to the brim with water. When I stick this bottle in the water, it's going to displace an amount of water equal to the volume of this bottle. So let's stick it in and see what we got. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. That is pretty darn close, I'd say. Pretty darn close. Alright, this has been my FOP podcast. I'm out. See you later.